Hi, this is Stuart Cooper, and today we're going to talk about mortgage rates and why conforming fixed rates are actually higher than the so-called jumbo fixed rates. It kind of defies logic, so we're going to break into that. And real quickly, I'm just kind of sharing a quick website just to kind of show you the difference that I'm talking about. So here we have a 30-year fixed rate at 5.625% at 0.671 points. Right? You see that? 5.625. And then we have a 30-year jumbo. It's almost a full point lower. It's actually 7/8 of a percentage point lower at a cost of 0.826. Why is that? Well, we're going to talk about that right now, and I'm going to explain it to you. And it all has to do with the fees that Fannie and Freddie Mac charge. All right, the number one reason on why conforming interest rates are more expensive than the so-called jumbo interest rates is because Fannie and Freddie Mac, who those loans are typically sold to, have what they call loan level price adjusters. And those are basically adjusters for risk. All right. And I'm going to walk you through this. And it's pretty shocking when you see how expensive it really is behind the scenes. And I'm going to show you how you can save a lot of money by just doing a little bit of homework before you actually buy a house. And these are fees that are imposed by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. And that's why the rates are higher on these type of loans today. So these loan level price adjusters are right here, and you can see here, and I'll walk you through it. So we have credit score here, right? You can see these different thresholds, and then you have loan to values, and this is for loans over 15 years, so like your 30-year fixed rate, for example. So for example, if you have a FICO score above 780 or 780 above, and you're putting 20% down, there's a 3/8 of a point adjuster, right? So that's 3/8 of a percent of the loan amount. So let's just say it real simple. Let me just grab my calculator real quick. And we're going to go 500,000. Let's say the loan's 500,000, so 0.375 adjuster. That's a $1,875 adjustment. So almost $2,000 adjustment just to have the loan bought by Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. All right. And you can see down here, if you have a credit score between 700 and 719, and let's say you're still putting 20% down, now it's 1 3/8, right? So let's just put those in a dollar sense to make sense. So we said, what, $500,000 loan amount at 1.375%. That's a cost of $6,875 that Fannie Mae is charging to take delivery of that loan product. And now here is kind of the bad news. Now, if you have a lower credit score, between like 640 and 659. Now you're still within the guidelines to sell the loan to Fannie and Freddie Mac, but they're definitely going to ding you for this. So even though you're putting 20% down, now look at the fee here, 2.25%. Now let's just do the math one last time just to see how shocking this is. And this is based on a loan amount of $500,000. So we're looking at what, 500,000 at 2.25%. That's $11,250 that Fannie Mae is going to charge you because of your credit score. You can see the difference. So that's why it's imperative that we get your credit score up. And that's why you always want to talk to a loan officer before you start looking at the house, because there's a good chance they might be able to help you build this credit score up pretty quickly. And you can see the difference in cost is pretty dramatic. Now, there's an additional service level premium that you may be charged in addition to these fees right here. All right. So here's the one that's kind of like, I call it the gotcha, is if you're looking at buying a condo and a loan's going to be sold to Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, and you're putting 20% down, there's an additional 3/4 point hit, 0.75, that you have to add to this. So you can imagine if you're in that 640 to 659 FICO score range and you're putting down 20%, you're looking at a 3 points cost that's going to have to be paid for by you indirectly, either through the form of a higher interest rate or higher points. So that explains why sometimes the fees are so much higher for a Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac loan. And a lot of times what happens is if you're buying a condo, if you can try to put 25% down, you can alleviate most of that fee right here, that add-on. Instead of it being 3/4 of a point, it's only an 1/8 of a point difference. So sometimes I'll tell buyers, hey, by the way, I know you're putting 20% down, but is there any way you can stretch to put it down at 25% because we can alleviate that fee? I hope you guys like this information. If you like the information, please subscribe to my channel and have a fantastic week.